to the video.
What's the most simp thing that a guy has done for you?
Oh, I'm going to New York on Monday with a guy that I barely know, and he got us the helicopter ride for 45 minutes over New York, and I barely talked to him.
You a simp! Is there any chance something happens?
He's really nice. I'm trying, but like I'm not. I've literally like I'm trying. Okay, like you want to do that for me, cool. Like, but honestly,
I'm not gonna.
I don't trust men.
Stop the cap. Why don't you trust men?
My ex,
What?
my friends, everybody I know.
Was your ex like a thug or like a street dude or what was?
He's a felon, but he's also 10 years older than me.
You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
So in 2024, y'all still going for felons?
No, not anymore. I'm good. The new guy, he does therapy.
Would y'all ever give a nerdy guy a chance?
Yes, that he is.
You not f***ing with him though. You just said that.
Okay, but I might after.
After a whole helicopter ride around New York?
Yeah, but
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Stay focused. Yo, listen, look. Let's bring that back. Let's break that video down little by little. Let's get into the psyche of this foolishness.
What's the most simp thing that a guy has done for you?
oh, I'm going to New York on Monday with a guy that I barely know, and he got us.
Pause. What's the most simp thing a guy ever done for you? Right off the rip, you say a guy that's taking you on a helicopter ride around New York City, simp. Ma'am, you said it. Yo, those helicopter rides is not cheap. They are not cheap. I did one around LA with my wife. We went over Staples Center. We saw the Hollywood sign. The helicopter took us over. It took us over pretty much downtown LA. It was the most beautiful thing I could ever see. Beautiful Cali life, but it ain't cheap. For this woman to say that it's the most simp thing a guy could do for her is take her on a helicopter ride. Lala, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Crazy. Let's keep going.
The helicopter ride for 45 minutes over New York, and I barely talked to him.
You a simp! Is there any chance something happens?
He's really nice. I'm trying, but like I'm not. I've literally like I'm trying.
See, this is the problem too, right? Right? He's really nice. I'm trying. This is the problem. A lot of men are starting to actually wake up and starting to realize that it does not pay to be the nice guy. It does not pay to be the guy that is taking women on lavish trips, trying to impress them because of your bottom line, because this chick is basic. So your bottom line is to sleep with her. I hope it ain't marriage, because you barely talk to her, as she said. She might just be hitting you with the, hey, how you doing text after your grand rising text. So all you get from her is, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Can you send me the clip? I need to add that to my, I will send you the clip. I'm gonna send that to you, my guy. I got you. So yeah, your whole point to that is your grand rising. After the grand rising, she don't even really give you nothing back. She said it straightforward. She barely talks to you. And you taking her on a helicopter ride, right? What part of the game is that?
Trying, okay? Like you want to do that for me, cool. Like, but honestly,
I'm not gonna.
I don't trust men.
Stop the cap.
You don't trust, man. So you going on a helicopter ride in New York. You don't even look like you live in New York. And you going on a helicopter ride. You flying out there for a man you don't trust. You just want an experience. Fellas, here's the thing. A lot of women want experiences. They don't really want you. When they sit at these restaurants and they tell you they want, fine dining, STK, Roof Chris, they want Steak 48. It's the experience, not the man. So you guys have to understand that. If you're with a woman and every second she's trying to take pictures of herself, understand that it's all about the experience for her. It is not about the man. It's not about the man. So I think you fellas really need to start waking up. coffee dates. Get to know her. You should not be spending no more than $20. And I'm dead serious. I'm a married man. I'm telling you this. You shouldn't be spending no crazy amount of money to impress no woman. Because you are nothing but an experience. Back in the days, it was worth it, right? We're looking at the days where you knew you was courting a woman to marry her. So you knew that she was intentional about you. You were intentional about her. And then if that's the case, you guys can go off into the sunset and be happy together. Now, all of these women are in the building for an experience with you. They're not in here to try to, build something with you. And I agree with this, Queen Lala. Men we need to have more discipline. We do. Because if we had that, as Queen Lala said, we will not be making these foolish decisions that we make over and over again, trying to impress women. I blame you simps. I blame you simps. Y'all messed up the game. Anytime you overinflate a woman's ego, you're over-liking her pictures on Instagram, you're subscribing to her OnlyFans, you're doing all of that crap. All you're doing is messing up the game for the next man. Now you're overinflating their egos because all you try to do is smash. And then you hear that old dumb saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. A fool says that. A fool says not for nothing. I only heard black men say that. I've been around all types of other races of men. I only hear black men say, it ain't tricking if you got it. The reason why you saying that is because you was adopted to a culture where you feel as if money is the root to the box. So the mindset is, if I make more money, I blow more money than I have nothing, then hopefully I can lay in the bed with this woman for 20 minutes. Because y'all dudes ain't lasting mad long. So the mindset is, I pray to God I can lay down with her if I spend $500 tonight. And as I said, I wasn't mad out of the realm with that myself, yo. When I was a younger fool, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that proper male guidance to say, yo, what the hell are you doing? So anytime I came into some money, I was spending it on woman. But ask you, where did that get me? I slept with the women that I wanted to sleep with. But what did I had that was tangible from it? I got nothing tangible from it. I'm not able to touch nothing today that I spent back then. The amount of money that you dudes be spending on box, you could be buying houses. The amount of money that most of you dudes don't even have could go to your grocery shopping. Help somebody in need. But no, y'all out here spending it to lay down with a woman for 20 minutes. I got to really do some work. Y'all got to do some work. Let's continue.
Why don't you trust men?
My ex,
What?
my friends, everybody I know.
Was your ex like a thug or like a street dude or what was?
He's a felon, but he's
So the dude that she gave it up to is a felon. That's who she really likes. That's what gets her panties moist. You, good man, you, my good fella, are not that dude. The good man. The likelihood is you would take on a hell. And you know what? She may even give you some pity box. You might get some pity box. You might get the box on some, y'all, listen, I had a good time. This is romantic. How could I, meaning that she's being selfish, right? How could I mess up the experience by not ending it with a romantic sexual night? So she will give you that on the strength of her own experience, not off the strength of, you know what, this is a good man. He deserved all parts of me. But she shouldn't be doing it anyway. I still feel like I'm older now, 42 years old. Truly believe that women really need to start being mindful on how they give up the box, which is why you shouldn't be going on no extravagant date with no dude on a helicopter ride if you don't plan on doing that. You should have been the one to tell him, like, nah, chill. Let's go to something more subtle. Let me get to know you first. But no, she's accepting it for the experience.
Also 10 years older than me.
You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
So in 2024, y'all still going for felons?
No, not anymore. I'm good. The new guy, he does therapy.
Would y'all ever give a nerdy guy a chance?
Yes, that he is.
You not f***ing with him though. You just said that.
Okay, but I might after.
Right. Do I need to say any more? Do I need to beat a dead horse? Do I really need to say any more about that? You know what I'm saying? My point exactly. Straight to the Motel 8, grab some Waffle House on the way. You know what I'm saying? The difference between an investment and a cost. That is a very good one, foundation. That's a cost. I invested in my wife. When I met my wife, I knew I was going to court her, right? I was like, I still remember I told her, I was like, yo, there was something. I saw her. She was sleeping, actually. We was in one of my boys' cars. We was going to a show. She was in the back seat. I was sitting next to my boy. And I looked back there. She was sleeping. And I was like, yo, I'm going to marry that woman one day. I don't know what it is, but I am going to marry that woman one day. I ain't trying to sound like no sucker romantic, but that's what I said to myself when I saw my wife. I said, yo, one day I'm going to marry her. And sure enough, I courted her to marry her. I invested into our relationship. You know what I'm saying? My dude, thank you for coming into the show, my guy. I never seen you here before, but blessings, good fortunes to you. He says, Dark Man Jeff says, a good bit of these women, not all, look the same. I agree. Looking like Kim K and Cardi B. You can't barely tell the difference. Can't barely tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? My guy Hank, yup. Ain't nothing but money they here for, man. So you spend, pay a low cost for that, clap cheeks, and I hope my man just leaves it alone. But as I still say, a lot of these fellas, what they need to start doing is waking up and stop spending, because taking it to invest in yourself is the biggest thing that you can do. Finding that money to invest in you is what you need to do, because you get a different quality of woman the more you build yourself up. Oh, you came from Medium Man's channel, yo, me. All right, while you bring that up, great talking point right there. Tomorrow, Medium Man and my show, Grown Men Talking, we are doing a collaboration. So it's going to be my panel on Medium Man's channel. And if you guys do not follow Medium Man, please go over there and subscribe. That show is going to be fire, because Medium Man, if y'all don't know him, he does not do panels at all. One day I went on his show. I sent him a super chat. He ended up finding this channel. And then when he came over here, he was like, yo, I'm hooked. Same way I was hooked when I went over there. And then from there, he and I just started building friendship with each other. So now we're collaborating tomorrow for the first time. Medium Man, like I said, he doesn't do panels. So for me, it's an honor that he's inviting my panel for tomorrow to join his show. So I'm excited about that. Thank you so much for coming on this side, my guy. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, man. That's going to be a dope show. And we got Ash in up hell there. What up, Ash? Ash is going to be on the show with us tomorrow, too. So look out. It's going to be me. I'm so chill. Professor. We're going to have Ash, Jessica, Just Justified, and MRT. So the six of us are going to be on this panel. That's going to be a great show. Media Man is getting this I don't know, like the algorithm found him. The other day, my man went live. He had 1,800 people watching him while he was live. While he was live. I am so proud to see that. Like, my guy is growing. Dropped a video the other day. 18,000 people viewed that video. It's always good to see a man grow. It's always good to see a man take his beliefs to another level and blow up. This is what I want for y'all. This is why I want y'all to stop spending all this money on these women. Every time you do that, you end up the unfortunate event. You lose, you lose, you lose. And for you to regain as a man, especially a young man, you know how hard it is to build trust in this world? Most people, believe it or not, do not trust young men. Most people do not even trust non-married men. Believe it or not, a lot of corporations look at that as a high risk to even work with you, depending on the level that you are in the company. One question why they ask, and they ask it on purpose, as you start to climb the ladder in the corporate world, is, are you married? Do you have children? Now, there's a number of reasons for that, right? One of the reasons for that is because corporations know that married men are going to work way harder than a single man. The likelihood is you're not going to just get mad quick, go home, go back and live with your mom. You have too much to lose as a married man. So a corporation knows that. So the trust factor is get married. You get married, you have kids. Now I know you ain't going nowhere. No. We got a $20 super chat from my guy. Marriage, politics, and sports. He says, just saying, have DD, dig discipline. He said it's like saying no to drugs. Wanting sex is God's natural gift to men. What we need to emphasize is the consequence of banging a particular woman. Promoting DD has to be consequence driven. I agree, right? You're gonna want to have sex, 100%. Telling a man that it is kind of like, but the discipline in it is exactly that, right? The discipline is the right woman is the one that you're sleeping with. Preferably when you're of a certain age, right? When you're on your way to that part in life, you now say, all right, if I'm gonna be clapping, let me clap my wife. Preferably. I know that's the perfect world, and it's not the world that most Americans live in today. I understand that, but I can't talk to everyone, right? I'm only going to talk to the few that want to listen. So the ones that want to listen, I'm going to tell you, like, yo, listen, like you said in this post here, it's the type of women, the archetype of women, that particular woman you need to stay away from. But the problem is men don't have the time to vet those women out, right? Because these women are given it on the first day. And most men will take it. It is what it is. Most men will take it. So the vetting process is almost slim to none today. It's almost slim to none. You don't have to vet no woman no more. I don't got to take a woman on no. I was just saying this, and I started it last week, and then me and Ash jumped and did this show together. But I started it last week when I was like, you remember back in the 90s, right? Because that's when I was like starting my dating realm, right? In the late 90s, early 2000s. And I was going out with women. And in order for me to get a woman, like I said, I would have to go to the mall and try to talk to, like, because there wasn't no smartphones, there wasn't no Instagram, Facebook, none of that. So I had to, in order for me to go chop it up with a woman, I had to go over there, see her, shoot my shot. Yo, Ma, what's up? You look good. Seen you from across the room. I had to hit her with an LL Cool J line. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my breath smelled good. I was chewing some type of gum, popped a mint into something. And I had to make sure I was on point if I wanted to get a woman. Now, I could just literally turn on my phone and shoot my shot. So the game is done. And if I front, let's say like my boy got a Corvette and I want to go post some pictures, I got my little stimulus check and I'm stacking like I got bread. These women are thirsting for that. So it's very easy for you to get in where you might not really fit in. And then you have a problem because it's so easy now. You know what I'm saying? We need to go back to them days. I agree. These apps are ruining the dating world. And I agree with that. It is. It makes it too easy because the validation is just there. The validation is just too easy to get. So it's making it so hard to find like that genuine connection between men and women. You know, when I met my wife, and I keep talking about it, right? That's my experience. So I want to do what I want to do. But when I met my wife, it was the same thing. It was a genuine connection. You know, I met her face to face. Face to face. I had to look my best, carry myself my best. I had to talk. I had to make sure I smell good. Everything that I did had to be up to par. It wasn't no slacking. These dudes is literally in their mom's basement smelling like ass. They shooting they shot. And these women don't know who they talking to. Now she go meet that particular dude and she's calling him a dusty. But then the problem is he's a dusty, but most men are not dusty. But because you didn't choose as a woman to vet that man out, you're judging all men now. That's the problem. That's the problem.